sparingly this year. This is only his 23rd at bat.
But Eddie Cardieri juggling the lineup just a bit, trying to get a spark out there. 3-2 now.
In doing so, he's giving some younger guys. He has a young lineup to begin with, but you bring guys like Todd Turner in there and J.R. Spar, you even make that lineup younger. Give these guys some conference experience.
Ball forward to Turner, so the third walk of the game allowed by Mike Vick, and Turner is a 2-out base runner. Vick still has not allowed a hit, unscored upon, but he's thrown a lot of pitches and has had some base runners. Here's J.R. Spar, making just his second USF start. 1 hit so far this year. They love his defense in the outfield. They think the hitting will come around. They project him as a very important player during his career for USF. Breaking ball is over for a strike. Spar can really get it done in the outfield. A lot of speed, a lot of range.
Potentially one of the best players on the Bulls lineup.
Back to first, and just back in time is Turner. We saw some of that good move by Vick in the first inning, and that one looked pretty good too.
Vick really very quick to first base. We're going to take a look at the tail end of that. Good call down there by first base umpire Dennis McComb. But Vick is very quick.
Spar solidly connects, but again right to the infielder, and the four's out at second. So again the Bulls get a base runner through a walk. Again the Bulls hit the ball hard, and again they come up empty. Going to the third, no score.
Thousands of forest fires are started by people who never realize what they've done. Some never even set foot in the forest.
You've got to want a good education.
Oh, that's one thing that you really need. If you give it 100% every day, you're going to come out on top.
But if you want it bad enough, and you're willing to make the sacrifices to get there, you can get there.
You can accomplish anything you want in life if you work hard and stay in school.
The Heat is on Sports Channel. Here's the schedule of games coming up on Tuesday, the 31st, 7:30, as the Heat takes on the Cavaliers. Wednesday, April 1st, also at 7:30, it's the Heat and the 76ers. And on Friday, the Cavaliers against the Heat, only on Sports Channel, home of the Heat. Check local listings for availability in your area. Heat playing some great basketball. Looking forward to seeing those games coming up in the next couple of days. We're going to the third. No score between the Bulls and Louisville. And leading off for the Cardinals is Tommy Barnes. He's the left fielder. First pitch from Reed. Off speed for a called strike. If you want to know how tough Tommy Barnes is, this guy hit .352 last year, playing most of the season on a stress fracture in his right leg. That's pretty tough. Wow. Out of the strike zone now, 1-1.
And how tough is the Louisville offense? Well, Barnes is only hitting .337 this year, 8 for 10 in stolen bases, batting in the 7th spot.
Pretty competitive out there. 2-1 now as Reed misses down low. It's been a great turnaround for this Louisville team. The Bulls trying to get hot, win the Metro Conference, get that automatic bid into the NCAAs. A shot right to Norris. One down. Boy, aren't these infielders and outfielders positioning themselves well so far.
Abner Doubleday knew what he was doing. Another line drive out. We've seen a few balls hit right on the button this afternoon. That last one going right into the glove of Wade Norris. When a ball is hit this hard, it's got to be right at him to be an out. Their ball. Norris finding it on the drive.
So one down in the third, and Jimmy Allen, the shortstop, goes after the first pitch, sends a fly ball Doug Carroll's way, and there's 2 down. Mark Reed cruising along in the third inning as Allen is retired on the fly ball to right field. veteran pitcher for the Bulls. Off to a good start today. He'll now face the number 9 hitter, Jay Johnson. And that's not J-A-Y, that's Jay Johnson. That's his first name. Last man in the order because he's only hitting .342. Pops the first one foul.
Only .342. Only 3 home runs. And not a bad number 9 hitter.
Only gunned out Tim Merrick in the first inning, too. Reed up and in. It's now 1-1.
You talk about Louisville baseball this year. Of course, you have to go back to the power that they have and a good offensive club. We've seen some good defense. The weakness may be in their pitching staff. They've got a fairly young pitching staff. And Gene Baker, the head coach, really hoping that they'll come around and make them good contenders in the league because they certainly have the offense to be at the top.
1-2 now the count on Johnson. Top of the order, and David Vogt is on deck. We're in the third inning. No score between the Bulls and Cardinals. Good pitching and some fine defense. Keeping the score down so far. That one's popped on one hop to King. Makes the play in time, and Reed cruises through the third with no difficulties. 3 up and 3 down for Louisville. We're going to the bottom of the third, still scoreless.
It isn't beautiful, it isn't an heirloom, but it's going to be passed down from generation to generation. Major League Baseball is coming to Florida, and the best seats for the Marlins are going fast. So get your season ticket order form at any Blockbuster Video, Publix, McDonald's, or Republic Bank, and get it in the mail. The sooner you do, the better your seats will be.
Make this the winter you learn to ski better with tips and techniques from ski's top teaching pros. Found in this all-new Ski Better Now video, yours free. Call this toll-free number today, and Ski Magazine will send you this video free with your paid subscription of only $11.94. Enjoy a full season of Ski Magazine, America's top-rated magazine for skiers. Beginner or expert, reach new levels of ability. Call today to get Ski Magazine, plus your free video, and Ski Better Now.
South Florida baseball's a hit on Sports Channel. Got another game for you tomorrow as the Bulls and Cardinals face each other again. That'll be at 10:30 tomorrow night. And on Saturday the 11th, Metro Conference action continues. 1 o'clock, Virginia Tech versus USF. On Sunday, also 1 o'clock, as the Hokies face the Bulls right here on Sports Channel, home of the Bulls. Check local listings for availability in your area. Eddie Cardieri in the USF dugout trying to get his team untracked a little bit. This is a very talented team, a young one, though, and Eddie Cardieri knows if he can get them going in Metro Conference play, they can get to the NCAAs with the automatic bid. Starting the bottom of the third, and the first pitch is a called strike. Stepping in for the Bulls, Brett King, number 9 hitter. Comes in hitting .252. And the count evens at 1-1. King's done a great defensive job in the middle infield for the Bulls this year. And no doubt Gene Baker glad to see Vick getting ahead in the count. He hasn't done that very much, but he's up 1-2 right now.
When you get down to the bottom part of the lineup, you have to throw strikes to those guys. You just can't allow the bottom third of any lineup to set the table for the big hitters.
In the dirt, and the count evens at 2-2. Mike Vick on the mound for the Cardinals here in the third. Has thrown pretty well, but also had some good fortune so far this game. He's down in the dirt with that one, 3-2.
Well, Vick looks like he throws a sinking fastball, and he needs to be down low, but of course he doesn't need to be in the dirt. Here, though, he's got to come in with the payoff pitch to Brett King.
He's already walked 3 so far this game. King goes after the 3-2, pops it foul down the left field line, and it's going to be out of play. Count holds at 3-2.
Good effort down there by left fielder Tommy Barnes. You know, USF here at Red McEwen Field, a lot of foul area. A lot of pop-ups that outfielders and infielders just cannot give up on, because you just never know, with the wind blowing, that ball may go back into play just enough for you to record it out.
Top of the order, and Tim Merrick waiting on deck as King awaits the 3-2 pitch. Right back at you again. That one's going to go through, and the Bulls have their first hit of the game. So Brett King, the number 9 hitter, is a base runner with nobody out. King continues to do an outstanding job for the Bulls.
You've seen King play off or defense. Now we're going to see him hit a base hit right up the middle there. Doesn't try to do too much with this 3-2 pitch. Just hits it the way it was thrown, hard and up the middle.
So King on base with nobody out. Second time this game the Bulls have had the leadoff man on, and now Tim Merrick to the plate. He walked, was thrown out trying to steal in the first. And Vick comes across with a strike, 0-1.
Now King has pretty good speed also. There you see Merrick 0 for none so far. He walked first time up, but King is 10 for 11 in stolen bases. That fake bunt by Merrick may be trying to give King a pitch or two to go on.
Bouncing ball is going to be foul. And now Merrick is behind 0-2. See the infield in just a bit. Now with 2 strikes, they may fall back on Merrick. Less of a threat to bunt with 2 strikes.
Well, he probably will not bunt with 2 strikes. Merrick not that fine of a bunter, but he's a risk to hit the ball. Of course, I think the King is going to look for a count that he can go on. The 0-2 count, not usually the best count to steal on. It's easy to throw a couple of pitch outs in a row. I don't know if Gene Baker is that type of a coach, but certainly you're going to see a couple of fastballs here out of Mike Vick.
Here's the 0-2. Up high, and it's 1-2.
And as soon as I say you're going to see a couple fastballs, there you see the high breaking ball. This doesn't pay to guess, Jim.
I guess not. Vick had us fooled there. He gets set for the 1-2, and Merrick awaits it. There's a shot into left field, and that is going to be a fair ball down the line. King rounds second and will stop there, and the Bulls have back-to-back hits, 2 men on in the third. Would have done better with the fastball there.
Well, he went fastball to get ahead of Merrick, and there he hung a fastball, and Merrick took advantage of it by rifling it down the left field line. We're going to see it again, but here's the 1-2 fastball, or a curveball. He just hangs it right inside Merrick's wheelhouse. He lines it down left field line. Brett King taking no chances there at second base with nobody out. Does not want to make the first out of the inning at third, so the Bulls have been at first and second.
And to the plate, Jason Garcia, who grounded out his first time up. There's the bunt. They'll try to move the runners up, and a very nice sacrifice by Garcia. 1 down, and now 2 men in scoring position. Merrick moves to second. And a fine job there by Garcia moving the men over.
Well, you've got to be so impressed with Jason Garcia. Defensively, we've seen him play well. That bunt right there, what Eddie Cardieri allows you to do is sometimes give you a sacrifice, but make it look like it's a bunt for a base hit. There he squares it the very last second. Capriva right there to make the play 5-3 for the sacrifice, but that was pretty close at first base.
So Doug Carroll steps in now with runners on second and third. And Vick gets ahead 0-1. Chris, this is what we've been talking about the last few games in particular for the Bulls. This is the type of situation they've struggled with. 2 men on, 1 out. They've got to deliver them here.
A couple of clutch hits here and there would have really turned the season around, especially last night's game.
He holds off on the high pitch. It's 1-1.
The Cardinal defense conceding the run at second and short with those Keystone players playing back. Carroll now just trying to drive it into the outfield to guarantee at least 1 run. 2 fast base runners on the base paths for the Bulls.
Carroll, the freshman, awaiting the 1-1 pitch. And again, off speed, and he holds back 2-1. You know Vick doesn't want to issue a walk here. If he does, he has the bases loaded looking in at Wade Norris.
Ouch.
See the infielders, especially at third and first, playing very far in on Doug Carroll. And Vick is digging himself a world of trouble right now, 3-1 on Doug Carroll.
Well, you've got to look ahead and see who's on deck and then who's in the hole. And Vick is pitching to Doug Carroll like I would rather have pitch to Wade Norris if I were him out there. See if you can't get Carroll out and then give Norris a free pass.
Up high, ball 4, and that sets the stage for Norris. Now the bases loaded as Carroll draws the walk and goes to first. There are the Bulls base runners. King at third, Merrick at second. And at first is Doug Carroll. 1 out in the inning, and here's Wade Norris, fielder's choice in the first inning. Well, Vick has gotten out of a couple of situations in the first 2 innings, and now he's really put to the test here. Out of the strike zone, 1-0. If you're Norris, you got to show a little patience. You want to drive one, but Vick has been wild this game.
Well, Vick hasn't shown that he's been able to throw strikes where he wants to throw them. Norris is looking for one pitch in one location right here, and he'll give it his best.
A mile high, but not deep enough to score the run from third. Capriva in foul territory makes the catch, 2 down. So now it'll be up to Blake Byers as King, no chance to advance from third on that one.
Norris a little disgusted with himself there. He looks like he had gotten his pitch. He was looking for a fastball on the inside part of the plate. Vick threw the pitch right there, but it got in a little bit on Norris, and Norris popped it up.
And now if you're Vick, you're feeling a little bit better because you're only 1 out away from getting out of this. There's the man he's got to get stepping into the plate, Blake Byers. With the bases loaded and 2 outs. And Vick gets ahead 0-1.
You know, sometimes in situations like that, a pitcher has a letdown. They've got the number 4 hitter up there that they've got to get out with bases loaded or in a tough jam. They're able to do that, and they let down a little bit when they face this next guy. Believe you me, Blake Byers is no slouch at the plate.
Up high, 1-1. Saw the infield back to normal depth now with 2 outs. Byers will have to try to drive one here. Out of the strike zone, 2-1. And Vick will have to be careful not to walk in a run here. He has walked 1 in the inning, 4 in the game. We're in the bottom of the third, no score, but the Bulls threatening with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And now 3-1. This can be a tough situation for a hitter. You're ahead in the count, you're thinking you're going to see a good one, but a walk would be nice too.
Well, you know, Blake Byers has got a zone out, a piece about 1 foot wide that's hit only at something he really likes.
He liked that one, and he grounds it into right field for a base hit, and that's going to score 2. Merrick follows King home, beats the throw runners on first and third. A 2-run single with 2 out by Blake Byers, and the Bulls take a 2-0 lead.
Well, that's some of the clutch hitting the Bulls have not had as of late. Last night they left 14 men on base here. Blake Byers makes sure that doesn't happen today. He lines this base hit, bases loaded, 2-out hit. It's a ground ball that is really just finds the hole. Fortunate for Byers and fortunate for South Florida. King will score, the speedy Merrick will score. The Bulls take a 2-0 lead.
That may be a huge confidence lifter for the Bulls, who could have left the bases loaded had Byers not delivered. Instead, they score 2 and have a chance for more as Vito Anello stands in. Runners on first and third with 2 outs, and Anello sends a line drive just over the glove of Allen at short. Another run will score as Carroll crosses the plate, and it's 3-0. So Vito Anello just got that over the outstretched glove of Allen at shortstop. Byers moves up to second, Anello at first, and the Bulls lead by 3.
Well, Anello, who lined out to the shortstop last inning, said, nope, not this time. I'm going to hit it over his head. Jimmy Allen can't quite reach it. Doug Carroll will score USF's 3rd run.
So 3 runs after 2 were out for the Bulls, and Turner takes a strike, 0-1. Turner, the 7th man to bat in the inning. And the Bulls having a good bottom of the 3rd. He backs out of the way of a breaking ball, and it's 1-1. Turner trying to keep it going for USF with 2 men on and 2 out. 2-1, and again, Vick falling behind the hitters. Is up high, and it's now 3-1. Not an overly warm day if you're wondering about fatigue, but Vick has thrown a lot of pitches for 2 2/3 innings of work.
He certainly has. He's labored out there. He's walked 4 batters so far, given up 4 hits, and we're already into the bottom of the 3rd inning.
On the outside corner, and the count goes full on Todd Turner, so that will turn the runners loose. Byers at second and Anello at first, as Turner awaits the 3-2 pitch. Bouncing ball, corralled at first, and that'll be the inning, but a very profitable one for the South Florida Bulls. USF scores 3 runs on 4 hits as they rough up Mike Vick and take a 3-0 lead.
Discover the defensive training secrets of America's finest baseball school in an exciting new videotape. Baseball World's defensive drill video features professional scout and instructor Tommy Mansky and award-winning drills that rapidly improve players' arm strength, running speed, quickness, agility, and infield-outfield defensive skills. Even coaches practice organization. This is the defensive training video that gets results. These are the same drills used by Baseball World's back-to-back 1990-1991 AAU National Championship teams. See why many professionals, such as San Diego Padres superstar Fred McGriff, endorse this revolutionary new video.
I'm so impressed with the instructional videos by Coach Mansky that I've given them my full endorsement. When you watch them, you'll know why.
Baseball World's defensive drill video makes a great gift and benefits players of all ages and ability levels. To order your copy for only $29, have your credit card ready and call toll-free. 1-800-833-1551. That's 1-800-833-1551.
Coming up tonight, here's a look at what's coming up on Sports Channel. 4:30 this afternoon, high school basketball. It's the Class 4A championship as the Oviedo Lions take on the Miami Senior Stingarees. And then at 6:30, some thoroughbred action for you. 7:30 college baseball as Notre Dame takes on the Miami Hurricanes. And 11 o'clock, it's baseball's greatest games going back to the 1982 World Series for Game 7. Check local listings for availability in your area. Going to the 4th inning, getting a little bit warm in Florida. Good to be out there in the fans, something good to drink, and staying cool as the Bulls go to the 4th inning, leading 3-0. Top of the order coming up now for the Cardinals, David Vogt, the leadoff man, and he takes a strike, 1-0. Vogt 0 for 1. As Reed looks in for the sign. Breaking ball is bounced foul. Sometimes you see pitchers just with a whole different attitude when they've got a couple of runs behind them, and Mark Reed's got to love it being up 3 now. He can throw some strikes and try to get some quick outs.
Well, the good pitchers will really take advantage of it. They'll come out, throw strikes, and stay aggressive. And that's the most important thing as you see a foul back by Vogt, is to come out there and don't be complacent. Go right after those hitters, throw strikes, get ahead of them. Now, don't just throw your fastball in there, but you really got to take control of the game.
He's ahead in the count, 0-2. And that one in the dirt, 1-2. A very satisfying bottom of the 3rd for the Bulls as they almost got into their trouble of leading men on base, but instead with 2 outs came up with 3 runs. That's got to make the dugout a little cheerier right now. Inside 2-2, the count on Vogt.
Reed has really pitched much better than his statistics show. He's come into the game here with a 2-4 record, but he's completed 2 games, and he's been a victim of some tough defense behind him.
Garcia with a routine play, second to first. Vogt is retired, 1 down.
Tough defensive lack of hitting, but here the Bulls have given him a 3-run cushion earlier. We talked about the defense. Jason Garcia here makes this routine ground ball play, but Garcia also makes the tough ones.
So 1 out in the top of the 4th as Garcia gets the job done at second base. And to the plate comes Glenn Myers. He has the one Louisville hit so far this game. And he takes a strike from Mark Reed. Myers singled in the first, was erased on a double play. Pops up the high fastball. Merritt coming in, but King going out, and there's 2 down. Brett King makes the catch, and there's 2 outs in the inning. Dan Capriva will step in now. We told you about him hitting .434 coming in. He's from the state of Iowa and has got to be one of the top hitters the Bulls have faced so far this year. Hit .413 for the season last year with 74 RBIs. And if that isn't enough, we've seen him make some plays at third base too.
Dan has some friends and family watching him today on Sports Channel Iowa. They're in Traer, Iowa, along with some relatives and friends of other guys on the Louisville